raining in the morning. Nobody's this happy to see me ever.
Good morning, everyone. So obviously we're here to give out a Daisy Award, and the award winner from 3B is Miss Jaclyn Baumeister.
Are you surprised? This is for you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Look at all these fans you have. I think this is our biggest crowd ever. This is very exciting. So here's your nomination. Jaclyn is a caring, compassionate nurse who goes out of her way to make sure a patient is comfortable. She's gone above and beyond in helping assist me in anything I need at any time. She bought me some goodies on New Year's Eve to brighten my night so I wouldn't feel so alone. It's nurses like Jaclyn that give me hope that there are people in the world that genuinely care. Thanks to Jefferson, Torresdale for seeing the special traits needed as a nurse to care for people. We all got credit for you. Certificate. Congratulations.
The leadership team would like to take you all out to breakfast tomorrow morning.
Oh, nice.
All right? So at the Liberty Bell Diner, when you get off your shift, all night shift and the leadership team, we're going to celebrate with a red-eye breakfast tomorrow morning.
You know, first and foremost, congratulations. Were you surprised to see us this morning?
Yeah, very. I had bets on who was going to.
You were one of the bets?
No.
Did you work all night?
Yeah.
All right, so we won't keep you. I know you're
Okay.
probably tired. I hope you had a decent night. So can you tell me a little bit, how long have you been with us, Jaclyn?
So I've only been here for about, I think, like 7 months. So I started here in like the middle of August.
As a
Brand new nurse, yeah.
And where'd you go to school?
I went to school at Bloomsburg.
Okay.
So
And
that's
what
like in
made,
the Poconos.
okay.
Yeah.
What made you choose 3B as the place you wanted to work?
Well, I kind of like the idea of med surg because you never know what you're gonna get, and I like that, especially as a new nurse. And I like that we do have oncology because I always wanted to like specialize in it, like down the road, like become chemo certified and stuff because it means a lot to me.
Good. It sounds like you made a good choice, and so did Jonathan. More so him, frankly. I'll be honest. I think, you know, obviously 7 months in and being sitting here as a Daisy winner is pretty impressive. So you should go home impressed with yourself today, if you don't every other day. Can you talk to me a little bit about what it's been like? I mean, you're a brand new to practice nurse. We're still in the middle of a pandemic. You know, can you talk a little bit about what it's been like for you to start as a professional nurse during this and care for patients during this time?
Honestly, I had a pretty lucky start being here. I had a lot of different preceptors, but a lot of like really good people on nights that kind of showed me the ropes and are always there even now for questions and stuff. So I mean, at the beginning, it definitely was like a little scary because there was just so much COVID cases on this floor. But as it's like calmed down and stuff, I've definitely gotten like a lot more comfortable with it. It feels good having all the PPE and stuff right now that they didn't have at one point.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it was definitely different in the beginning, but you know, these last couple months have been as bad as any we've had, in all honesty. So you've been here for that. You mentioned your preceptors. What has it been about the people that you felt most supported by? What did they do that made you feel that way?
I think part of it was they knew when to push me and when not to push me. So especially when I first started, sometimes they'd show me and then be like, okay, go do it, which was fine because that kind of forced me to do it and made sure I was paying attention and stuff. But then they knew, like, if I needed help for something new, they were always there to help me, like with a new skill or something I haven't done as like an actual nurse yet.
Sure. You're clearly doing a good job.
Yeah.
What is it about, you know, what do you think that you did in particular for this patient who, you know, called you out as an extraordinary nurse? You know, you had a big impact on her for her to take the time to write and acknowledge you the way she did. What do you think it was that you did that was so impactful?
I think just being there for a lot of these people, because a lot of times we're just so busy giving meds and stuff. So that's why I kind of like nights, because we get to talk to them a lot more.
Yeah.
So if it's the lady I'm thinking of, I know she was pretty upset the one night, so I was able to stay in her room for like an hour and just sit there, let her cry, kind of talk it out. Because she had like a new diagnosis. and it was a lot for her to deal with, and she didn't know like what route, if she was gonna go like get chemo or just kind of end up going hospice, like how she wants to deal with it.
What does, so you said just being there, what do you think, what does that mean to you? So how do you be there for patients, for your patients in
I
particular?
mean, being there is honestly half just being in the room with them,
Sure.
because I feel like some of them just, people are in and out all day, but no one's actually taking the time to sit there, talk to them, see how they're feeling and stuff. So sometimes it's just, it depends on the personality. Some people you just sit there, you don't have to say a word, they just want someone to talk to. Or other people, sometimes you just give your advice and hope for the best.
Yeah. Well, it sounds like you're particularly good at that, from what I can glean from, you know, what you're saying and what people are saying about you, and even the reaction of your peers. You know, I think this was probably the biggest group of colleagues we've had, especially at 7:30 in the morning, right? But you know, people clearly see it as well. So, I mean, even though you're still so new to practice, if you could give advice to, you know, you walking in here on day one, knowing what you know now, is there anything you would tell somebody coming in?
Probably just to be confident in yourself earlier on, because I know that's what I struggled with, especially as a new nurse. And the pandemic didn't help for that at all. Like a lot less clinical time, so just like being confident in yourself, because you'll get there eventually.
Well, some quicker than others, it seems, right? Well, I hope you understand the gravity of what you're doing every day, because clearly, you know, you are impacting the people you care for, and really changing, you know, their experience of care, and in some ways life, right? Just by your words and your presence. So clearly you're really good at it, and I hope that you know, when you leave work every day, that you can feel that way and remind yourself that you're really, you know, impacting people in such a profound way. On behalf of all of us, I know from Jonathan, you know, obviously your colleagues and everyone in nursing leadership, you know, we're really proud of you, and just thank you for everything you're doing.